people of the world have risen in one great mass to bring to justice the ringleaders responsible for these crimes. In America's Army, in every branch of the service, artillery, tank, quartermaster, engineer.
Don't forget the infantry.
Yes?
My boy's in the infantry. He's up there. Third from the left in the bottom row. I got a letter from him last night. He's an officer.
Robert? Did he get to be an officer?
Yes, he says so right here. Dear Mama, at last it's happened. I'm an officer. Lieutenant Robert A. Bronson, infantry. Don't it sound good? Of course, I haven't got my bars yet. But I'm on my way to officers' candidate school for 4 months. And if I pass the examination and graduate and get my commission, I'll be an officer. Now, I can do it, Mama. If I could go through those first 13 weeks the way I did, I can go through anything. That morning at the railroad depot, I didn't know which side was up, but misery sure loves company. When I said goodbye to you, I was laughing, but I wasn't tickled. And the first thing I heard when I stopped at some place in the middle of no place.
All right, men, on behalf of the United States Army and the reception center here at this camp, we're glad to welcome you here today and into the United States Army. We're glad to see all of your happy, smiling faces. Now, fellas, during the few days that you'll be with us here at this camp, you'll be converted from a civilian into a full-fledged soldier. You'll be interviewed by someone who will inquire into your past life before you came into the Army.
You assisted a machinist on the construction of guns and gun parts? That's right. What machines did you operate?
I operated boring mills, tool grinders, drill presses, planes, and...
Forward! Forward! Hut! 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 Pick it up! Pick it up! Company! Halt! Halt!
But I don't want to give you the impression that it's only for religious services and advice that you can come to the chaplain. You can come to him at any time. For example, if you get in trouble with your girlfriend, and she doesn't write you anymore, or you want to know how to propose, why, just come see the chaplain, and he'll give you some advice. Or if you get in trouble with your first sergeant, you want to know how to handle him, just come around and see the chaplain, and he'll give you some advice. Or if you're financially embarrassed, why, that's simple, too. Just come around and see the chaplain, and he'll give you some advice.
Now, Chaplain Sherman has just told you how to get along in this man's army. It's my painful duty to tell you what'll happen to you if you don't get along. Regarding the salute, man, it isn't a form of civility. It's merely a form of recognition used between members of the military service. The average man, when he first learns to salute, is awkward. It's a strange gesture to him, and he feels shy. He usually sneaks his hand up in this manner and gives the broken-handed salute. Or lowers his eyes gently like a shy maiden and salutes like that. When you salute an officer, stand erect like a soldier. Bring your hand up to your forehead in a military manner. Tip of the forefinger above the center of the right eye. Now make sure your thumb is alongside your hand, because if it's out here, they may misconstrue it. Then cut the hand sharply to the side. Don't let it drop down like a dead fish.
Hold it! Hold on!
Sit down. Put your feet in the machine. 1L on a 10.5 Davis. Put your foot in here. Stand up now. Pick up both weights. Put the weights back. Sit down. Step down. Put your shoes on and go in the next room. Thanks.
Hold it! Hold on!
All right, men. Strip down completely. Put every piece of civilian clothing that you have into that barrack bag. Now, when you're completely stripped and have everything into that bag,
put on a set of summer underwear, a pair of shorts, a pair of white woolen socks. All right, now you'll try on your green herringbone fatigue hat first. That's a green hat with a brim on it. Try it on. If it fits, place it into your barracks bag. Now, don't mind if it's a little loose.
But I made it. All of us made it. They put us through so many twists and turns, we didn't know whether we were coming or going. But Uncle Sam did. We were going. He put us on the train that same afternoon for the replacement center. We kept passing troop trains going back and forth all over the country. We finally arrived at a place called Military Secret. But this much I can tell you, it was cold. And even before we had a chance to thaw out, they had us in the school of the soldier. The sergeant gave it to us straight.
You sleep in that bed, you'll make it. You wear them clothes, you'll wash them. You walk on that floor, you'll clean it. There's no servants here. You understand that?
And I bet right now, Mama, I can make a bed better than you can. But before I had a chance to get the bed warm, there I was. In the beginning, the new hands were all feet.
Right. Hey. Forward. Forward. To the rib. Forward. Left flank. Forward. Right flank. Forward. Rib. Forward. Rib. Forward. Hop. 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 Forward. Rib. Forward. Left flank. Forward. Right flank. Forward. Rib. Forward. Rib. Forward. Rib. Forward. Hop. 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 Forward. Hop. Hop.
Then came the cross-country marching.
Halt! Take a 10-minute break.
It was tough. Hiking, drilling, KP, bivouacs, tent pitching, general orders. The tougher the day, the shorter the night. But you get used to it. And if you can't take it, they got doctors. Some of the best in the country, specialists in every field. And in our dental clinic, we have a WWII. But even so, this is one kind of drilling no soldier likes. But after all the making beds and peeling potatoes and drilling and marching, they give you a rifle and teach you to shoot it. In no time at all, I could hit the broadside of a barn. It was fun. It's not all wood. There's football, baseball, boxing, and oh yes, ping pong. If you want to read, there's a library. Can you imagine me listening to poetry? But it came in good. The very next day, I got a chance to use it. We were sent on a detail to a nearby camp. I saw some soldiering that was beautiful to behold.
Platoon! And out! Forward! March! 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Get up! Go! 1, 2, 3, 4.
And you'd better tell Uncle Everett to quit joking about the wax. Because these girls have forgotten more about jeeps and trucks than he'll ever know, corporal or no corporal. And the next day was Saturday night. She was very nice, Mama. A real apple pie girl. Just the right size and everything. Just the kind you like. But in the Army, man proposes and GI disposes. And the next morning, I was out there like the rest of them, getting tough. In this man's army, they want you to be tough.